Oh, one thing I missed about the Nigerians is that with all that is happening in China, with the COVID in China, and uncertainty in the global supply chain because of an over reliance in China, we are going to get into a period where global brands would like to diversify, across the whole world. So they'll be looking for these centers where they'll place their capital. And also, with this fourth industrial revolution, promising also to bring something for Africa, African economies maturing, you will see that savvy international investors will want to have a strong footprint into Africa, and therefore Nigeria would be in a good position to negotiate as that new China in Africa, to diversify that production in the world. Also, the geographical location of Nigeria is strategic for the whole world because Nigeria is geographically closer to Europe, closer to USA, and also inside the continent of Africa, which is the new economy that even economists are expecting to see rise. So, and then Nigeria is friendly with all African countries. I mean, on a political standing, even the Nigerians have got a good relationship with other Africans. Unlike its competitor, South Africa, which is antagonistic towards the rest of Africa. So it, and also at the same time, uh, the, the, the human resources of Nigeria are well developed. They are more educated than the human resources of South Africa, which are still struggling from the miseducation caused by apartheid and dealing with a lot of social dynamics and struggling on how to deal with fellow Africans. So they would not be in a position to take advantage of this new African expansion. Also because the people that have got all the wealth in South Africa, I mean, it's just in the hands of few people. Also, even the education is in few people, and even the blacks that are educated are not looking into Africa. They're looking within that one country. So therefore, right now we are in this global village. The international investors will be looking for a strong partner in Africa that also has resources. South Africa has got resources just like Nigeria, but Nigeria has got a more strategic resource, which is oil. Even though South Africa has got uranium and has got gold and diamonds, but it's just that it is not, it's also very far, physically very far from the developed world. So savvy Nigerians will take advantage of these facts and use them to their advantage to the upliftment of their own country. So the economic difference between South Africa and Nigeria is that Nigeria diversified its education. So there's more Nigerians who are educated throughout the country and they've gone all over the world. So they haven't been xenophobic, so they went all over the world. In South Africa, those that are wealthy concentrated their wealth on themselves, concentrated their education on their own children, and they are not aware of what's going on in Africa. So they're not Africa savvy, they're not even world savvy. So, and even the majority of the population in South Africa is not Africa savvy as well. In fact, it is anti African. So, therefore, it is not well positioned to take advantage of being a leader for Africa because they have rejected Africa. So, the black people have rejected Africa. So, because of that, they will not be able to be in a strong position of growing links with the rest of black Africa. Yet the Nigerians already have a strong foothold in all the African nations. So they go out of Nigeria and develop links and relationships with the rest of Africa and the rest of the world. Yet in South Africa, the South Africans have not done that. They have not gone into Africa to develop relationships with Africa, and so that they can take advantage of those relationships to 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 um, to build their supply chains and footprint into Africa. See, with the with the way it works in South Africa, the blacks were the majority. Those that have got the education, they are uh, they don't understand Africa in the grassroots. They understand Africa from the boardroom, just like the other whites. See, they don't live on they don't have a daily experience with the rest of the Africans. So the South Africans who have an experience with the rest of Africans live with them in poverty and do not like them. On the other hand, the Nigerians, they are all over Africa, and they are from the top in the boardroom and even going down to the grassroots. So the Nigerians as a people, as a whole, their own network, their own Nigerian network is the most powerful in Africa to build a strong footprint in Africa. So if you're a global brand and you want to come into Africa, Nigeria would be the perfect place than any other country in Africa, because you will get to meet Nigerians who know Nigerians all over the world, all over Africa and all over the world, and Nigerians who are in all levels of society in all of these countries, from the bottom to the middle to the top. Yet if you come to South Africa, you're going to meet a lot of just white people with a lot of money but no knowledge of Africa, and you meet black people who those who have got the education but they have got no connection with fellow Africans, because they think that they are not part of Africa, which is unfortunate. So because of that, we will see Nigeria taking advantage of those realities, and those realities begin to work in favor for Nigeria and not for South Africa, which could have been as which would have been a strong competitor for Nigeria as the next African leader, the next superpower in Africa. So because of that, Nigeria therefore becomes the superpower of Africa and becomes the superpower of the whole world. Why of the whole world? Because they've got a strategic resource, which is oil and gas. And we know that countries with oil and gas are leaders in the world. We're talking about Saudi Arabia. So the difference with Nigeria and Saudi Arabia and Russia is that not only do they have that natural gas, but they've got all sorts of, they've got a population that is extremely educated and is tech savvy and is able to drive a very sophisticated economy, and they've penetrated the whole world. And because of that, Nigeria also has positioned itself really as a top contender to be one of the next countries in which global capital will be interested in investing in. So we will most likely see hot money coming from the global financial capitals of the world going into Nigeria. So it would be better if Nigeria is not involved in any internal war from the inside. Obviously that is sponsored by outsiders. It would also be better if Nigeria is able to create these relationships with the West, with Europe, to avoid any confrontation or something like that with the West, and be able to make deals that are mutually beneficial for the investor and the nation of Nigeria and the people of Nigeria in such a way in which the dignity of Nigeria is actually upheld and not be treated like a colony, like how the West has been treating other countries that have got natural resources like Venezuela, and and other weaker nations in the Middle East. So Nigeria also has a good potential to grow its military. If it grows economically, and also be able to negotiate its access to nuclear weapons to protect itself and the rest of Africa, especially with the war that is coming right now, that we have right now. Africa would need to be strategic, would need to be safe on its own. Therefore, its safety, it has to be enhanced by a pro-African military, which might be a combination of militaries across Africa. So with Nigeria being the leader of the African bloc, it will be a good time to negotiate better military terms with the other global powers for Africa's own safety. So therefore, there would need to be um, need of very savvy technocrats and leaders with that regard, to negotiate a better Africa. So when Nigeria is moving forward, it is not negotiating for itself only, but it is negotiating for the rest of Africa, even though they will be the leader. But then the proceeds or the benefits will trickle down into all the other African nations which are currently too small to stand on their own.